Hi, my name is Helen Ober. Thank you for tuning into this short webinar. I'm going to be sharing a few classroom ideas, and these ideas have proven to result in increased teacher retention, increased enrollment, increased profits, all of these things that add up to improving your preschool. I know how busy you are, so I promise I will not waste your time. You will learn how to avoid low teacher morale, avoid teacher turnover, and avoiding teachers taking way too many sick days. How about helping you avoiding teachers not attending staff meetings and trainings? Do you think any of your teachers would go to this length? Well, it's a new school year. Let's make this the best year ever and avoid these time and money wasting behaviors. How? Well, you've come to the right place because I have a solution. When time is spent developing emotionally healthy children, this results in a positive classroom environment, less disturbing behaviors, children care for each other, children trust and connect with the teacher, and all of these result in a happy teacher. So what's the connection between teacher burnout, school enrollment, and raising the emotional intelligence in the classroom? Well, there is a lot of text on this slide, so I don't expect you to read it. I'm going to tell you what it says. There have been a lot of studies that show that an actual teacher's satisfaction is, to quote, a predictor of teacher retention, a determinant of teacher commitment, and a contributor to teacher effectiveness. All of this comes from the Journal of Management Policies and Practices. As you can see on the bottom of the slide, I do give credit where I got this information. Well, this study went on to say that job satisfaction is really important because of the way it impacts the learning environment of students. The learning environment determined whether or not parents were satisfied with the preschool, and oftentimes would choose to pull their child out of the preschool if there was not a positive learning environment. It went on to say that job satisfaction, although it's really hard to measure, was high when students exhibited less unacceptable behaviors, meaning less discipline problems, when children showed care and concern toward each other, and then when children were able to express how they feel. Hence, when the students had higher emotional intelligence. I'm illustrating on this slide how high student EQ, or emotional intelligence, equals a director's high job satisfaction. Because this short webinar is for you as the director. You have so many responsibilities and so many people pulling from so many directions, so many people that you need to take care of, that it's important that you have a high job satisfaction. So let's take a look at this. The level of a student's EQ leads to the level of the teacher's job satisfaction, as was just illustrated in that article on the previous slide, that leads to better teacher performance, that leads to greater teacher retention. Teachers don't leave when they are happy. And all of this leads to less interviews and new job trainings on your part, which ultimately leads to you having a higher job satisfaction. Would you not agree that these are all connected? I'd like to share a few ideas that I have found work, and I have several testimonials to vouch for this based on teachers that have taken my professional development training on ideas on how to raise this emotional intelligence in the classroom. First idea here, circle time in a cozy corner. I recommend, first of all, that every preschool classroom, call it what you want, but a comfortable place where children can go when emotions are running high, where they need to just calm down. I like calling it a cozy corner. This is where circle time can occur throughout the day. At this place, teach emotion words, expand feelings, vocabulary. There's more than just happy and sad. There's understanding what worried means, understanding what disappointed means, even understanding what proud means. So happy and sad do not express the way children feel most of the time. So expanding these word vocabulary understandings helps a child, this result, feel less frustrated because they can actually express how they feel. They can be understood by people who are hearing how they feel. And this results in less acting out inappropriately their feelings. When a child doesn't have words to use to express how they feel, oftentimes inappropriate behavior is what they turn to. Here's another idea. I recommend teachers have a bag of different games that they can play that help encourage emotion expression, emotion understanding. In this game, one child guesses what emotion all the children are acting out using their facial expressions and body language. So for instance, if all the children are told that the emotion, and told quietly that the emotion that they're going to act out is scared, then all the children at once make facial expressions, make faces that show being scared, or body movements, language that shows scared, and that one child guesses what the emotion is that they're expressing. Another variation on an emotion game is children begin by giving clues to this one child about something that's happened, and that one child has to guess what emotion was stimulated. So for instance, it could be, my grandmom was supposed to come after school and now she's not coming. So the one child then can guess disappointed, sad. And so there are different variations that will come from that event. But this way children are seeing the connection between what emotions come from circumstances. Here's a great idea. I have gotten a lot of feedback on this one in a positive way. Empathy. Part of emotional intelligence is having been taught empathy. That is something that can be taught, whether you're an adult or a child. So with our 3 to 5 year olds, teaching empathy in ways that lead to this fun reward. So time is spent explaining to children what's going to be rewarded, whether it's going to be kind things that they do, the teacher observing a child saying kind things to another child, or the teacher observing a child helping another child. So each week, a different star of the week will be rewarded to the child that showed those kind behaviors, that did kind things, or that helped, or that went out of their way to make a child feel good. Maybe it was inviting them to sit with them during snack time. And this child who's the star of the week can get any kind of a reward that you have in your classroom. It could be being line leader for the week. It could be passing out the papers. I have one teacher that has the star of the week, can vacuum the carpet. And that is a big deal when you're 3 years old to be able to do that position of leadership. So it's important that all children know that everyone will get a turn, and most children, almost everybody's going to be star of the week more than once throughout the school year. Now, I have some directors when at the entrance they put the bulletin board of the star of the week, and they put the child's picture and some of the behaviors that the teacher observed this child doing. parents love seeing that their child is being rewarded for kindness. And it also makes them feel good to know that other children will be kind to their child. Here's my last idea of many that I do have, but right now I know that time is of essence. I did promise this would be a short webinar. Breathing and relaxation techniques. So making it a part of the day, whether it be when they've just come in from playing outside or maybe when they've had a big active time with music or whatever, but to have children stop and everyone together is taught the breathing, but does it then together every day throughout the day, where children breathe in, and you could use the language of smell the flowers, blow out the birthday candle. Smell the flowers, blow out the birthday candle. And everyone sits in a circle and does this together. It is so important that children learn how important breathing is when big emotions are trying to take over and they need to cope. Also, relaxation techniques such as tense your face up real hard, relax. Tense your face, relax. And do that with your arms, with the child's legs, with the shoulders and neck. Tense, relax. So making it a part of an everyday practice. And the last part of this is to have children know that when they are feeling a big emotion, whether it's sadness, whether it's frustration, whether it's anger, that they can go to the cozy corner or the place that's been designated as where circle time occurs on the carpet or whatever, and has a time in. Now, this is not a time out, but a time in. Because when children are having big emotions, it's important not for them to feel isolated and punished, but to give them coping ideas. So in this time in corner, there could be some paper and crayons. There could be some headsets for listening to music. There could be some puzzles. And a child knows that if they need to calm down, they can go to the time in corner and do some of these activities. All of these ideas I've shared are not just my ideas. I have tested them over and over and over again by teachers in their classrooms, and I've been told it really works. The result of happy children is happy teachers. Happy teachers lead to happy parents. Happy parents lead to a happy preschool director. So when your teachers are happy, when they're feeling fulfilled, when they're knowing that they're making a difference because they see their children being more calm, being more emotionally healthy, this all leads to higher teacher retention. This all leads to less repeat training on your part. This leads to higher teacher morale. This leads to overflowing student enrollment because parents are happy when they see their children growing emotionally. And this leads to the community reputation of your preschool being the cutting edge preschool. Are you curious to learn more? I love sharing what I know and what I've practiced and what I've done and what I've taught and what I've shared and the results I've gotten. So here's what I'm offering. Schedule a free, no strings attached, no sales pitch, I promise. And have a 20-minute consultation call with me. Schedule that now. And if you do that, when you schedule this 20-minute call with me, I will email you a free EQ checklist for your school for you to see how many parts of emotional intelligence levels does your school meet. Wouldn't you be curious to find that out? Well, go to this website, calendly.com/Helen Ober. There you can see my schedule for calls and schedule a 20-minute call with me. I'll share some more ideas with you, and I will share this EQ checklist for free for your preschool. Once again, thank you for taking the time to preview this short webinar, and thank you for all you do, leading the teachers to be the best they can be, which leads our children to experience the best world they can experience. This all leads to teachers shaping a child and the child shaping the world. Thank you for all you do. So don't hesitate. Go to this website now and schedule your free 20-minute consultation call where I promise I will not try to sell you anything, but just give you some additional ideas to guide your teachers towards increasing the emotional intelligence in the classroom. And I will email you the free EQ checklist for your preschool. Calendly.com/Helen Ober. Thank you so much.